Yeah, the initial calls came in, unconfirmed reports of an active shooter about 10:23 this morning in Winder, Georgia, 45 minutes northeast of Atlanta. And that shooting was later verified. We don't know exactly how many victims there were on the scene, but very early on, a source at the local hospital who was unauthorized to speak to the media but had knowledge of the situation told me that Piedmont Regional Hospital in the Athens-Clarke County area, Trauma 1 hospital, the largest in North Georgia, was receiving gunshot victims from this shooting scene. And we saw this all sort of unfold in front of our eyes. A very fluid scene. Students out there on the track and field at one point forming a prayer circle, it seemed, from the aerial view. We saw at least one medical helicopter transporting one victim from the scene there. And as you just mentioned, Phil, we know here in Grady Hospital, which is another Trauma 1 level facility, that one of the victims from this shooting is being transferred over here, to the local hospital in Atlanta. Again, still an active scene. Multiple law enforcement agencies on the scene there, including the FBI. They put a social media post out just a short time ago saying that they're helping local law enforcement agencies there with the situation. It is still very active, though. Parents still picking up students. It was within the last hour that the school system there in Barrow County notified parents of those students that they were allowed to be picked up from the school. And just the aerial video that we saw, Phil, is just chilling and sobering as a parent to see those images reminiscent of past school shootings, places like Columbine, where we saw masses of students out, really trying to get information. And it's those uncertain moments where we don't know the details. We don't know if this shooter is still on the loose. That really is terrifying. That's not the case right now. We know that one suspect is in custody, so it seems to be at least there's a remedy in that, a sigh of relief, sort of, for the community there that's dealing with this, but still very much so a terrifying situation with school just weeks underway.
We're here in Livingston Place subdivision here in Winder, Georgia. We are roughly about less than half a mile from Apalachee High School, where a shooting incident has occurred. And this is our street with parents trying to come and pick up kids because traffic is pretty rough trying to get over there right now.
Now turning to my colleague from NSC, who's here to discuss the latest Biden-Harris administration actions today against foreign actors attempting to covertly influence our elections and undermine confidence in our democratic institution. Admiral John Kirby will discuss the coordinated actions we are taking in addition to other foreign policy news of the day. Admiral? Thank you, Kirby.
Good afternoon, everybody. I think as you saw today, the Department of Justice, Department of Treasury, and the State Department.
To follow the White House briefing there, we wanted to wait and see, of course, what comments were made with regard to this deadly shooting at Apalachee High School outside of Atlanta, Georgia, where we can confirm now 4 people have been killed. The suspect alive and in custody. 9 people injured and hospitalized, but possibly up to 20 people injured in that mass shooting. Vice President Kamala Harris has also been briefed on this high school shooting. She is expected at any moment now to address what has happened at a speech she is ready to give in New Hampshire, a planned rally to actually discuss her economic policy. Joining me now, senior White House correspondent Selena Wang at that rally in New Hampshire. Sad news to report on a day that clearly the vice president is looking to rally up voters once again. This is something, if she is to win the presidency, she's going to have to deal with, and that's going to be everything from issues of gun control to mental health to these mass shootings that are obviously not going to stop in our schools across this country.